When I was planning my trailer, I decided that I needed to do a lot of genre research to find out what was conventional and what wasn't. To do this, I looked on various websites about the genre, such as Wikipedia. I used WordPress to track all the work and research I had done. This helped me as it kept my work all in one place and it was easy for me to find any work I needed. When researching other existing horror trailers, magazines and posters, I started to look on Google Images so I could see what other products were like and what was conventional of this genre. This helped as it gave me a wider knowledge of the genre and it helped me with ideas when creating my own poster and my magazine. I also looked at different slide shares about what was conventional for their shot types and what institutions are used. This helped when creating my poster, magazine and trailer, and I knew exactly what was conventional and what I should do to make my media products conventional to the genre I used. Also, when researching the genre, I looked at various trailers on YouTube to learn about typical storylines. This helped as it gave me possible ideas about what I could do for my own trailer. When I started to create my poster and magazine, I decided that I want to use a unique font rather than a plain simple font. To look for a unique font, I used the website dafont.com, which is where there are thousands of fonts available to download for free. I looked and tried out many different fonts to use for my title, but when I found the one called I Know a Ghost, I thought that it suited my trailer, magazine and poster really well, therefore I decided to use this one. I also used the website Fonts2U to find the font for the billing block. By using this font, it made it look conventional as it looked like a real billing block. When creating my poster magazine, I used Photoshop. I've used Photoshop in the past, so I was quite familiar with it, but I still learned new things that helped me when creating my products. When creating my poster, my image was a bit too bright, so I learned that I could add a layer on top of the image, fill it in black, but then change the opacity to a very low setting. This helped also when creating my magazine, as I had the same problem with that image. By doing this, it helped my poster and magazine fit the conventions of a horror, as all images on their magazines or posters are dark, for example, Insidious. I also use Photo Booth as a way to get audience feedback.
I think the image is also quite effective. It has several negative connotations associated with it as well.
I like it because they both have a house style.
When creating my trailer, I decided to use a DSLR camera. I used this because the quality of the image was much better than a video camera, so by using a DSLR, it made it look more professional. Also, when filming, I decided to use a light as I wanted the footage to be clear and not look too dark or too bright. I also used the light because I didn't want to depend on natural lighting, because the time I filmed was over October and November, so it starts getting dark quite quickly. When creating my trailer, I used a program called Final Cut Pro to make it. When using this, I learned how to put them into a sequence. Some of my clips were too long, so I had to shorten them down. To do this, I'll click on the clip I wanted to add to my sequence. The clip will come up in the viewer part, and to get the clip length I wanted, I had to press I on the keyboard to start the clip and O for where I wanted it to finish. Then I would just drag it onto my sequence and render it. Also, in Final Cut Pro, I used a tool called 3-way colour corrector, as some of my shots were too bright. So by using the 3-way colour corrector, it helped me as it made them fit within the conventions of my trailer. I also learned how to use transitions, which helped me as it made my trailer flow better and gave it a better finish to it. I also learned how to import audio into my trailer, which helped as it made the trailer more conventional. I also learned how to build volume to create a crescendo of it. This helped as I could make the music seem more dramatic to fit in with the stages of the trailer.